Right people, hello, welcome back to another video. So today is the kind of video I like, because it's a putting things back together video, which means I'm about to get some money when I sell it, and I'm about to be able to test it. I do like putting stuff back together, it's extremely satisfying, but anyway, I've got all the parts ready for it here. I've got the new drive shaft coupling. This is a genuine one from the dealer, because they're always the longest lasting. There you go. That was about £100. Got two new diff mount bolts. Got two brand new CV axles. These have come all the way from the States. They've taken quite a while to get here. And we've got a new set of calipers for it, including the pads. Look, here they are. So that's nice. We've got a new used hub, which I've put a new bearing in. This has got new bearings and seals. I know that seal's a bit messed up, but that'll be fine. That one's got new bearings and seals in, and then the original one with new bearings and seals in. So yeah, we've got the original prop shaft here, which is still in good condition to reuse. That's the old coupling, which will be going in the bin. These drive shaft rubbers are still fine. We'll reuse those. So yeah, I'll put the drive shaft back in, I'll put the diff in, and I'll be back. Obviously we painted all this up if you didn't see in the previous update video. This is now nice and solid, and, well, it was solid before, but it's nice and protected now. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I got a bit carried away with the working on it without filming it, but the entire front end is now back together. We've got the new axle shafts in there, as you see, the diffs in there, all the A-arms, etc. back on. Discs, the axles came with new nuts, washers and pins, which is all good. Got the new brake calipers on there. I've bled the brakes through, they're nice and firm, very firm in fact, which is good. The best way I found to bleed these brakes on these bikes, or any bikes in general, is to use a power air bleeder with the compressor, just to draw the first bit of fluid through. But don't use them in their entirety because they never get the brakes firm, in my experience. You have to then hook you can just leave the line on for the power bleeder and physically bleed them through by hand just by pumping the brakes, then you get them firm. If you only use the power bleeder, it just never firms up. I presume it just pulls so much through that it leaves air in the lines. But I'm going to get the wheels back on now on the front. I've had the new tyres, or good used tyres should I say, mounted, so the Dunlops on the front and the Maxes on the rear. They all hold air well. After that, the front end is complete, and all we've really got left to do then, I've already changed the oil off camera and recovered the seat and done the racks and wheels. The only thing left to do then is tackle the rear brake. The rear brake is actually hydraulic. There's a cylinder down here, I believe. Yeah, it's there somewhere. You can see it just there, just about. And that actually works off the foot brake and also the handbrake, but that's a cylinder that's operated via cable. So I'm going to have a look at that. So it's a cable and a hydraulic brake, which is just bizarre. So I'm going to get the front wheels back on, jack that up, see if there's any pad left in there, and see what we can do about that brake. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, well this is going to be a much shorter video than I at first anticipated, because when I went to actually work on that brake, it's fine. I assumed it was not working, but it's actually working quite well. The pads are a little low, so I'll change them anyway, but it works fine. And she's running really well, she's driving well. We've gone about 4 or 5 miles to test it so far. We'll go another few miles before it goes anywhere, but it all seems perfect. It's tracking straight, brakes are working well. Everything works on it. The speedo works, the fuel gauge even works, all the little indicator lights work, the horn works, 2 and 4 works well now. The prop shaft coupling has solved our little issue. So yeah, it's looking really quite a tidy bike now. So a little overview again of what we've done. We've coated the wheels, they're nice, coated the racks and bull bar, recovered the seat. Obviously the foam wasn't perfect, but it looks alright. Painted all the back, painted all the front frame when it was apart. We replaced the prop track coupling, replaced both CV axles, 2 new calipers and pads, bled all the brakes through, changed the oil, and yeah, it's now a perfect working machine. It's going to be going up for sale, excuse me, this weekend. It's going to be £2,400. If you want it, get in touch before then, because it's going to, once it goes up for sale, they go very, very quickly. So the chances are it won't be around past about Sunday. So yeah, just sort of finished to this little series on this particular bike. Obviously it starts up on the button and it runs perfect. It doesn't make any noises, doesn't smoke. A really nice little machine. So this afternoon I'm going to be working on the KLF 300. I've got the prop shaft here that I'm taking up with me. That's a new prop shaft, believe it or not. It cost me £280. I've got an oil filter in my pocket for it, so we'll be changing the oil. There'll be a video on that in a few days' time. So yeah, if you want the Kodiak, get in touch and stay tuned for more videos. Cheers.